What's up, everybody? It's your boy Toxie Boyo, and today I would like to take a moment to discuss a small little indie title being developed by a small group of talented, hardworking artists over in France by the name of Assassin's Creed Shadows. The latest installment in the Assassin's Creed franchise after a short hiatus since Assassin's Creed Mirage came out about 2 years ago, which was after a bit of a longer hiatus after Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out, about 3 years before that. Um, Now, for anyone who's uninitiated, Assassin's Creed is a game franchise wherein each game takes place in a different historical setting, and you play as a character within that setting, um, finding things and putting things in place in order for a group of people in the modern day to be able to find those things so that they can prevent, uh, total global enslavement, or at least that's what it was the last time I played. Now, I have not played an Assassin's Creed game for a while, actually. The last time I played one was Syndicate. I touched a little bit of Origins and a little bit of Valhalla, but I wasn't feeling it. Um, and to be honest, if I had to boil it down, put it all in a nutshell as to why I stopped liking Assassin's Creed, it just comes down to one thing. They went woke. They went woke. There's all this forced diversity all of a sudden, and they're pandering and they're trying to force their identity politics and their ideologies onto you. It wasn't so bad back in the days of like Unity and 3 and like Liberation or whatever, but then you get to Syndicate and it's like the game, it has you play as these twin siblings, a guy and a girl named Jacob and Evie Fry, and the whole game Evie's just taking pot shots at her brother and like calling him stupid, saying he's dumb, he's slow, he doesn't know how to do his job very well. She's just making fun of him the entire game, just emasculating this guy for no reason. And then it gets a little even crazier than that when you get to Odyssey, and it lets you either play as a male or a female character, and then like you find out by the end that the canon playthrough basically is that you're supposed to play as the female version of the character. And then same thing with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You play as somebody called Eivor, and at the beginning of the game you can either be a male Eivor or a female Eivor. But even if you pick the male Eivor, there's dialogue bits where they still refer to you as she and her. So I don't know what they're trying to insinuate there, but for people with half a brain, you can kind of figure that out, right? Figure out what they're trying to say about their male player base. And it's gotten even worse here. If you've been following the franchise for any length of time, then you probably know that people have been asking for, just about demanding an Assassin's Creed game that takes place in feudal era Japan for the better part of the last 12 or 13 years. And we finally get what we've been asking for, and they don't want to give it to us in earnest. It's like, hey, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this guy Yasuke from Japanese history, who, jury's out, to be honest, if he was or was not a samurai. There's not a whole lot of data to be found on the guy, but all signs point to he probably wasn't. If you're being completely honest, why would any noble clan in Japan have allowed some African guy to become a samurai? That's something that means a lot to the culture and means a lot to these people. So it's really odd that they would try to insinuate that he for sure was a samurai. But you're finally playing, Assassin's Creed Japan, and that's the route that they go. And the Japanese character that you do play as is a female. She's a shinobi, which that makes no sense to me personally. If you want to know what I think, I just don't get how a woman could be an effective shinobi. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It just reeks of where we are in modern media. You know, you have games like Dustborn and like Dragon Age Veilguard that come out, and it's just all about like, it's all about trying to give people some sort of safe space to feel represented within, and it's just like that has no place in gaming, you know. And I know that there's going to be people out there that try to counter with like, well, what about Baldur's Gate 3? That's just a good game. You know, they put the quality of the game first. That's all we're really asking for. Just make a good game and worry about all of that stuff second, you know? But they're putting the cart before the horse, and they're just like, hey, you're gonna play this, you're gonna play it this way, and you're gonna like it. Of course there's gonna be backlash, of course people are gonna buck against that. It's gonna make people upset, you're insulting them for no reason, you know? We've been wanting Japanese Assassin's Creed for years, and we finally get it, and it's this? Like, what am I supposed to do? Play Ghost of Tsushima, or Nioh, or Sekiro, or Rise of the Ronin, or Way of the Samurai, or Like a Dragon Ishin, or Trek to Yomi? No, that doesn't. I mean, I just don't understand what they're trying to say, you know? It's like, it's an insult to Japanese people and their culture and their history, you know? Because it's not like there are games from Japan like Samurai Showdown or Samurai Warriors or Nioh that depict Yasuke as a samurai, because Japanese people wouldn't misrepresent their own history and their own culture like that, right? There wouldn't be an anime that comes from a Japanese studio about Yasuke that depicts him as a samurai, because that just wouldn't be historically accurate, you know? And we all know that the most important thing in Assassin's Creed, like the thing that they've built their entire empire on, is historical accuracy. It's always era appropriate, you know, and the ideas never get too far-fetched. It all stays within the realm of believability, even when you have swords that shoot lightning and spherical artifacts that create shadow clones, and you find out that you've been playing as the reincarnation of Odin this entire time, and that Odin was actually an alien. But all of that is secondary, right, to embracing the time period and the setting that these games take place in. You know, these characters feel like they're part of the world that was crafted around them. They never look or feel out of place, even when you're a white guy from Wales sailing through the West Indies, taking out Spanish people. It's all, you know, it's all era and setting appropriate. It's never meant to have that sort of clash between visual style and like what you represent as a character. You know, they've never done anything like that. So for them to just go off the rails lately in these last couple of years, it's just really shocking to me that Ubisoft would forsake their own fan base like that. And to be honest, guys, it's just indicative of the time that we're in now. You see it everywhere you go. I mean, Captain America's black now. You know, they've been just emasculating all these Marvel characters and like replacing them with women like Hawkeye and the Hulk and stuff like that. It's just like they're taking away everything that we have left. You know, I mean, The Witcher 4 is coming out in the next couple of years, I guess, and like you don't even play as Geralt anymore. You're Ciri now. Like, why would they have you play as a chick? Like, what are we doing? Like, yeah, I played like Tomb Raider and Mirror's Edge and Perfect Dark and Dino Crisis and the old Resident Evil games and stuff like that growing up, and you know, I'm not exactly a stranger to playing as a female character in a video game, but why are we doing it now? You know, just leave that stuff in the past, man. Like, I just want to play a fun game. I just want to play a good game. GTA 6 has you playing as a woman. Like, what are we doing? Women don't rob banks. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? If maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm just making a big deal out of nothing, but let me know in the comments if just what you think about this whole situation, man, because I think it's completely crazy, and I just can't believe that Ubisoft would do this. You know, these French people are trying to basically revise Japanese history and sell it to them, and just try to force it down their throats, and I just can't get behind that. But like, yeah, just let me know in the comments. Leave a like, hit subscribe if you're if you feel what I feel. And I guess we'll just keep talking about this game till it comes out. Cause why not? What else would we do? You know, I got free time. I'm off today. And also, while you're down there, let me know if you made it to this part of the video where I reveal that this whole thing was a little bit of an experiment. Probably not the best conducted. I think I gave away the store a little too early there. I basically wanted to see if this video, if I tried to make it as contrasting to the last one as possible, if I went out of my way to say the exact opposite things and present myself to believe the exact opposite things that I gave in the last video, if it would attract the same audience or the opposite audience, or if people did come back from that previous video, would they change their minds based on what I said, or would they believe that I changed my mind? And how would they react to that? Now I'm willing to bet that most of those people have already clicked off of this video, they've left their 2 cents in the comments, and they've peaced out, but if you're still here, you're a real one. The whole point of this is to try to demonstrate that these media grifters online, these guys that just try to sell you outrage every single day, try to drive up clicks by talking about just the state of everything and how terrible everything is because of a few key reasons that never seem to change. The point is to try to demonstrate that these guys don't even necessarily have to believe what they're saying. They just need to convince you that they believe it, or not even do that. Just if they say the words that you want to hear, that's good enough. So yeah, I was just trying to like get that across and demonstrate how harmful and dangerous that can be. We'll see how it goes. It would be the funniest thing ever if like that video does really well for this channel and then this one just completely flops and gets like 16 views. But we'll see how it goes, I guess. There's really no way to know. Alright, I'll see you later.